I'll do the heirlooms because you guys are begging for it. So recently I got all the heirlooms, and if you want to see me unbox pretty much all of them, they're on this channel, and you'd know that if you subscribed. I'm just saying, you know, it's free. What is this one? That's like a fake heirloom. How do I delete that? Fake. It's in the game files macro. I'll put not out yet. I don't like these tier names either. Okay, Pathfinder's heirlooms are B tier. Let me explain why. They're kind of bulky. They make noise. They just kind of a lot. Like I'm not a fan of his heirloom, and they don't make sense. Like at least the other people's heirlooms, when they whip out their gun, like it makes sense. But when Pathfinder whips out a gun, like where does his gloves go? Like it's stupid. Like they're cool, but like it's the one heirloom that felt the most forced to have. You know, oh, look, the second most forced. I'll get to that in a second, but like it doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work for me. But it's not bad. Like it's still awesome. They're cute. They're fun. That's why they're not D tier. They're B because they're still good, but they're just not my favorite. Caustic's heirloom. I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. I'm putting it in C tier because I think its design was kind of whack. Like it was just a hammer with a skull on it. Like it wasn't that creative. A part of me really wished he just had a canister. Like he was just beating people to death with canisters. Like it didn't feel like, it just felt so random. It didn't feel like something that was like obvious, you know? Wasn't it, Chief? Was not it. Octane's is A tier. It's a freaking awesome butterfly knife that's also a stim thing. The only downside, it would be S tier for me if his stim, like if you have the heirloom, his stim was his heirloom. It's a freaking stim, but it's not. Like when you stim, you see he just uses a regular stim. I'm like, that's so boring. You literally could just animate that. Like that'd be such an extra perk to have. Like I don't know why they don't do that. You saying he would stab himself? No, he wouldn't stab himself because the butterfly knife opens up and the other side is a stim. So like it's a knife and you turn it around, it's a stim. He goes like it's literally like that. It should do that. Like there's no reason for it not to. It's so that's silly. It's silly billies, dude. Mirage is C tier. That's not true. I really like it. It doesn't feel like an heirloom. Like I think because they established that heirlooms were supposed to be weapons of sorts, that it was really weird that he's like the only one that didn't get an heirloom that was a weapon. It's like it's clearly a joke, and that thing is funny. But in my heart, it should have been a pork chop. Like in my heart, it should have been a pork chop. But I know that's really stupid too. So I don't hate it. I think it's good. I think it perfectly suits him. It just feels weird because it's not a weapon, you know? Lifeline's heirloom isn't a weapon either. No, I agree. But like hers at least has like it's a shock stick. Like it's not just drumsticks, but they're like, it has like shock on them. A part of me wishes they weren't shock sticks. A part of me wishes they were just regular drumsticks because that feels more logical and stuff, you know? Bloodhound's is S tier. It's so good. It's incredible. I freaking love Bloodhounds. It feels the coolest of all of them by far. It feels right. Like when you're inspecting it, when you're killing people with it, it just feels right. But yeah, I love Bloodhound's heirloom. So that's an S tier heirloom in my book. Lifeline's is A tier behind Octane's. I love Lifeline. I'm a biased Lifeline main as always. The drumsticks have been established since day one as a thing that she does. And that's why I think this is a good heirloom. I personally hate that they're shock sticks. Like they could have just been drumsticks. I think it would have been cooler if they were just drumsticks. The fact that they have like a shock effect is silly to me. It's ridiculous. It's like, why would they do that? I don't know. That's my humble opinion, dude. Gibby's is right behind Lifeline, honestly. He's got a really good heirloom. Part of me wishes it was his actual weapon. Let me look up like Gibby. A part of me wishes it was this instead. Like I think it fit a little bit better. What we got wasn't bad. Like I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. So that's why it's good. For what it is, it's good. Oh my god, my biggest complaint by far is that the finishers that involve so for Pathfinder's finisher where he does the punch should have, and if you have the boxing gloves, it should show that. It doesn't for some stupid reason. Lifeline's one with the drumsticks. If you have the shock sticks, it should show them, but it doesn't. Gibraltar's one where he taps himself and has like a thing in his finisher doesn't show it either. Like I don't know why they don't do that. Like we're already paying like close to $200 for these freaking heirlooms, man. Like just give them the option, man. Race is S tier, right behind Bloodhounds. It's the OG, it's the original. It's freaking anime as hell, dude. She before when she had the anime Naruto run, like it made sense. Like the kunai was just so obvious. It is the most TTV thing of all time. It is literally like the most TTV thing you've ever seen. Like if you see someone with a kunai, you just know they mean business, man. They're gonna destroy you. They're gonna make you feel like poopy. What's the craziest feeling, man? Craziest feeling. We got the waifu tier list coming in here, dude. Coming in hot. Bangalore seems like she wouldn't be that fun to hang out with. Like, she just seems like very serious. You know what? That's C tier. Like, that's my only complaint. She's not gonna vibe. Like, she's not gonna Netflix and chill. She's gonna be like Netflix and point out every single thing. Like, we're gonna be watching a movie or something, and she'll point out, you know, this actor did this and this and this. She's like such a smart ass. Like, she thinks she knows everything. Like, very condescending. Like, I'm not a fan of that. In fact, yeah, C tier's fine. Like, she's still better than most people. Bloodhound, they make a B tier waifu. I think it'd be very uncomfortable if a Bloodhound just refused to take off their mask. If they took off their mask, maybe they'd be A tier. Like, I feel like they're kind of a vibe, but I don't think they're gonna take off the mask. Honestly, not for me. You know, like. Caustic is thick as hell, but he's also like, he's got dad vibes, like just both a positive and a negative. And like, I'm pretty sure he farts. Like, he just farts. Like, you don't want that in a waifu, man. Nah, not waifu material, dude. He farts. He farts too much. Like, he just cannot control the gas. Like, he daddy thick, but like, he's too gassy. And he's also kind of a psychopath. Like, you know, I don't want to Netflix and chill with a psychopath. Let's be real. Crypto. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put Crypto in C tier. Crypto would be too paranoid. You know, we're going to be watching some Bridgerton, and the whole time, Crypto's just going to be freaking out. Like, Crypto's going to be worrying if the government's going to be coming and knocking on our door. Anytime someone knocks on the door, like our Postmates or our Grubhub, he's just going to leave. He's going to freak out. You know, I don't want that. I don't want him to EMP our TV. You know, I can't cuddle with this man. You know, I love Johnny Young. Johnny Young is S tier. Just letting you know. Johnny Young, S tier. Crypto, C tier. Gibraltar's S tier. He's just a cuddle bug. He'd make me feel safe. Moving on to Horizon. Horizon, oh, she's kind of a waifu, dude. Her accent annoys me sometimes. She's like 100 years old though. Bro, that just makes her a cougar, dude. Lifeline is S tier. I love Lifeline. I think she would be an amazing waifu. Imagine the scenario. I'm over here. I'm chopping up onions. I'm making like this amazing 3-course dinner. Some steaks, some mashed potatoes, some beautiful broccoli. I'm just chopping up stuff. I cut myself. Oops. Oh no, I cut myself. She's right there. I'm healed. Amazing. Loba's S tier. Moving on. Mirage is definitely, it's not waifu material. I'm sorry. I know you guys probably expected me to put him up there, but he's too into himself. You know, he's too into himself. He just ain't it, chief. Same goes with Octane. Like, I'm not into drugs. Not like that. Pathfinder is literally a robot, so he has no emotion. He's not a sentient being. He'd probably be impossible to cuddle. It's gonna hurt, honestly. It'd probably be too cold or like burning hot, depending on like where you're trying to hold. Can't love a robot, okay? Rampart's A tier. You think Mirage is funny? Rampart's actually funny. Like, Mirage thinks he's funny. Rampart's a hoot. Watson's S tier. Same thing with Wraith. And Revenant is an unlovable machine. And his consciousness is not even there to be a waifu. Now let's talk about Watson and Wraith just in a little more detail here. So Watson is, you know, exactly, you know? And then Wraith